card to show you and a cute card for us to make. So before we get started, I just want to talk about a couple of things. This is our creative inspiration calendar. Now, normally it's all beautiful and colorful, but my printer is only printing in black and white, and I still haven't resolved the issue. If you've watched previous videos, you'll know that. So black and white it is. So today we're going to make a tuck-in pop-out card. We'll show you what that is. But if you want to get this creative inspiration calendar for free in your email box every single month, all you have to do is subscribe to my emails. So there is a link in the description box below this video. If you scroll all the way to the very end, it says get my emails. Click that link, subscribe, and then go into your email and confirm your subscription, and you will get these every month. And they're really fun. You can print them out, put them in a binder or a folder, and keep them. And just because this says August certainly doesn't mean in December you couldn't pull it out and go, is there anything on here that's inspiring me today? So just think about that. And then we have more celebration items that are available. These were added on August 2nd. And so you can get the Dots and Spots die for free, daffodil dies, aspen tree dies, there's gift boxes, foil, let's see, we've got the brushed metallic cardstock. There's just all kinds of cool things you can get for free, in addition to all the items that are in the celebration catalog. And then, of course, I want to remind you that in the month of August, if you place a $40 order or more with me by August 27th, you will get the leaf tag kit. It's the leaf label and amber gem combo pack, completely free. We'll be mailing those at the beginning of September, beginning to mid. We're a little behind still. We're getting there. We're getting there, folks. This is the host code to use when you place that order by August 27th, and that's a $40 online order or more. In the description box below this video, there is a link to my online store. Okay, now the other thing that I want to remind you is that I always provide a free project sheet anytime my tutorials include special scoring or measurements, and you can find those free project sheets at the link below the video on my blog. So there's a link that says measurements and supplies. You click that link, it'll take you to the supply list, the measurement list. It's called a project sheet, and you can print that off and keep it forever and ever. You can also shop with me at shop.loveandstampin.com. All the products I use, with the exception of a few items, are available from Stampin' Up! Through my online store. So if you have any questions, let me know. We're going to get right into making this cute card today. So we have a piece of basic white cardstock cut at 4 1/4 by 11. I pre-scored it at 5.5 because we're just going to do some measuring. So the score at 5.5 is just your standard A2 size card if you folded this in half. You're going to need a ruler and a pencil. For me, I love this little ruler. It's from EK Success. I've never found another one like it. But if you can find a nice sturdy ruler that's little like this for your card making, I highly recommend it. I honestly don't even remember where I got this one. Probably from a big box store would be my guess, because I've had it for, I would say, I don't know, 16, 17 years, long time. So we're going to measure from the score line down to 1.5, and we're just going to make a little pencil mark. Then we're going to put our 1.5 inch measurement line at the score line here in the middle, and we're going to make a little 1.5 inch score mark, tick mark. Then we're going to move to the other side, and we're going to repeat exactly the same process. So 1.5 from the score line and 1.5 from the score line. Then we're going to turn and go on the score line, lining the end of our ruler up with the end of the cardstock, and we're going to make a mark at the 1.5 on the score line, okay? Then we're going to come down here, and we're going to measure in 1.5 from the edge and make another little tick mark. So now we've got marks here going across each side, marks at the bottom, marks in the middle. And then I'm gonna use my paper trimmer from Stampin' Up. Out of focus. It looks in focus to me. Anyone else having problems with it being out of focus? I happened to just look up and see that comment. Hopefully things are in focus. Okay, so we're gonna line this outside score mark and we're gonna come in. So basically we're gonna make a triangle. So we're gonna score from this one to this one and this one to this one and do the same on the other side, okay? Now, one of the reasons, or the reason, I wanna just say really quick, if you're new here, first of all, welcome. But also, if you're new here, I don't chit chat while I'm making my project because I simply can't. I don't have that skill set. Some people have that skill set, I do not. I cannot look at comments and stay on track with my project. I will be a bumbling mess. So if you're here and you have questions, comments, thoughts, things you want to share with me, I always love when you share with me or ask me questions. Feel free to drop them in the comments, and when we are done making our project, I will go back through and answer any questions or address any comments that I need to. Now, really quick, why am I using a bone folder instead of the scoring blade? Very simple answer. It's hard to see when you use the scoring blade because it covers up these little tick marks. So what I choose to do is just use my bone folder right in the track. So I use the track to make sure my points are lined up very nicely. And then I can just run my bone folder right through the track and we get the exact same results. This is just a great tip when you're doing some scoring that maybe requires a little bit of finesse or accuracy that you can't necessarily get with that scoring blade. So that's all, that's fine. Okay, now that we have our scoring done, you can see these triangles here. We're gonna take our eraser and just erase our score marks, okay? Now we're going to fold this card space back on itself first, and I'm taking very good care not to push a card crease in this until I line up the bottom of these, okay? So I'm lining up the opening so it's nice and straight, and then I'm doing my bone folder. Now, the next step is to take these and pinch and push them in on each side, going away from you, okay? And then eventually what you'll get is you'll have this fold that's gonna come in. Now again, I've learned the hard way with this fold. You want to kind of, you see here how bowed this is at the top? I'm doing that on purpose. What you want to do is line up your points at the bottom first. Because if you didn't score this stuff up here absolutely perfectly, which you're human, so you probably won't, because I didn't, then if you crease all of this down, this part here at the bottom could be off kilter. So the way to fix that is to line these 2 points up, leave this nice and puffed up and bowed, line these points up at the bottom, place your hand on top and hold them nice and secure, and then run your hand. It's even starting to want to do it. So you're just gonna continue to fight against it, okay? And what will happen, as long as you haven't scored totally crazy off kilter, then it will line up and you'll be just fine. But I highly recommend doing that that way, because I made a few of these at this point, and I'm telling you that it's very easy to get them off at the bottom so they're like this, and then that's a problem and you can't get it back. So take my advice and do it that way. All right, we've got some designer series paper. We're going to decorate this card super quick, and then I have another card to show you that is same principles but just totally different design. So we're using this gorgeous harvest paper, Rustic Harvest I believe it's called, And I've cut this piece at 4 by 5 1/4. And what I'm going to do is, this is the easiest way I've found to do this. You could try to do measuring, but I'm going to tell you why not to in just a second. Line this piece up as if this is a regular fold. Okay, so let's go out this way. Look at it like this. Okay, if it was like this, a full card, you would line it up, boop, 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 so it's real nice and even. What we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on the top and bottom, the sides too, but when you've cut it at 4 by 5 1/4, there should be a little gap right here, okay? So we're gonna hold it in place with one hand. You're gonna take your ruler and you're going to look and just eyeball about 1/4 of an inch from the edge of your white cardstock to the ruler. And then you're gonna try to get them as even as possible. And then you're just gonna take your pencil that you already have out and you're just gonna draw a line. And then you're gonna go right onto the other side and do the same. Now you might be thinking, well, why not measure it, Wendy? Why not measure from here to here, make a tick mark, here to here, make a tick mark, and then cut it? The reason is because, again, it comes back to these folds. If you did not get exactly the very precise dots that you needed, it's going to be off. Again, ask me how I know. So please do it this way, because then you're guaranteed a nice fit when you layer it down. So I'm just going to line up my pencils, mark right into my trimmer. And this just makes it so easy, because all I have to do is line that pencil mark up and chop, and it's perfect. Look at that. So we have a perfect fit every time. So then what I do, this card is very simple, but it just has process steps that you want to follow in order to get the best results. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the edges here. Just a little bit each around the edge. Stampin' Seal Plus is my favorite for really good adhesion. Is that a word? Adhesion? I think it is. Well, if it's not, we just made it up. And then we're just gonna add that piece down like so. And then we're gonna repeat the same process, except this one is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So now I'm lining it up, making sure that Cajun Craze designer paper sticks out at the top and the bottom. And I'm taking my ruler. Isn't this gorgeous, this DSP? It's so beautiful. And then we're gonna just do another line. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear in the background, there are some chainsaws going. My neighbor, who happens to be my sister-in-law, is having two huge sickly trees removed from her property today. So they have been at it since about 7 o'clock this morning, removing these trees. They have just been sickly trees for a really long time, and they're quite an eyesore. So she's finally having those removed. So if you can hear that crazy noise, that's what that is. Kind of hate that I had to chop off that butterfly, but it's okay, because this card is going to be gorgeous. And just to prove to you that nothing's perfect, if I were to fold this in half, these are not going to line up perfectly. It's not perfectly symmetrical. So that's why I think it's very important, as I said, to do it the way I've just done it with the ruler versus trying to measure. Isn't that gorgeous? So then when you open it on the inside, you have this little pop-up element. So you can add little elements here that would pop up. But we're gonna not mess with that right now, because I wanna just finish this card off with a really beautiful sentiment. We're gonna use the thanks from the, I think these are the Amazing Word Dies, I think is what they're called. I could be wrong. Going off memory here for a second, which, you know, my memory fails me often. Okay, so we're gonna add Tombow Mono multi-glue or multi-adhesive glue, whatever you want to call it, multi-purpose glue. You get the point. It is my very favorite glue ever. And we're just going to use thanks, boop, 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 put it down. And then I have a black line insert one that will go inside. And we're using those tweezers from that embossing add-on kit. That is so cool. I think it's like 20 something dollars. 24, 27. Anyway, I'll link it when I do my supply list so you can see it. My blog post and project sheet is not available yet. It's going to be a few hours until that's available. I'm just a little bit behind on getting that part done. And so there is no link right now, but it says coming soon. So just check back later. And that's it. That's the card. I'm going to add some stuff on the inside probably, but I'm going to do that later because you guys get the point. But isn't that a fun shape? So do you want to see the other one I made? Because the other one I made is pretty cute. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then we're going to have just a little bit of hangout time here where I can answer questions. Look at this. So this says Winter Wishes. It's a little Yeti. And he's got a little hot cocoa there. And when you open it, you have all these snowflakes stamped on the inside, which are stamped in Pool Party. So it's nice and light enough. You could just write your message right over the top. And then I've stamped on the little insert pieces here. So you could stamp on these as well. And then when it's closed, it looks like that. Isn't that fun? So this is the Celebrate Everything Designer Series paper, which is only available if you purchase $150 or more. It's in the holiday catalog, and it's paper you can add on for host rewards, Stampin' rewards. So those are my two cards. Tell me which one you like best in the comments. And let me grab, actually I'm gonna have to scroll through because my iPad is dead. So let's scroll through the comments here and we're gonna see if anyone has any questions for me. Hello in iOS. So at this point, by the way, if you're watching this video, the card making process is over if you're watching the replay. Now we're going to go into a Q&A and hangout time for just a few minutes. And so if you're done with us, that's okay. And if you want to stick around for the Q&A, we would love for you to do that. All right. So, greetings in Oregon. Hello in Georgia, Miss Carolyn. Hello, everyone. Illinois, Phoenix, New York, Central Florida. I just love how you guys always tell me where you're from. Okay. Sometimes if you battery on device is low. Okay. Yeah, I don't think my battery was low. Fellow stampers from sunny Kansas. Hello in Kansas. What a cool fun fold. Yeah, I thought it was pretty fun. Very simple fun fold, but really fun. It's kind of fun just to have a different shape. You could totally do pop-up pieces here. Like if you were to cut a little, you couldn't do anything very big, but if you were to cut like a little die or something, it's just gonna fold flat right down in. So when you open this up, the little die will just pop up. So, but you would have to do very small, okay? Very small. Such a fall girl. You guys are loving the Yeti. Denise is a sucker for flowers. I know, and these are gorgeous. I think these look like dahlias to me. However, you could kind of see zinnia in them, or zinnia. How do you guys say it? So there's this like ongoing controversy in our household. I call them zinnias because that's what my grandma called them, but my grandma was from Oklahoma. No offense to Oklahomans, but my grandma had a lot of words that she said different. We'll call it that. So it's possible that because I was raised by an Okie and a Texan, that there's words I say that are incorrect, and I'm okay with that. I call them zinnias. My husband calls them zinnias. So I don't think he's saying it right. I say zinnia. He says zinnia. So, you know, what is it? You guys tell me. Anyways, that's what they are. Or could be. They could be dahlias too. Or dahlia. Dahlia or dahlia. You know, the English language. It's complicated. Okay, so that's that. The other thing I want to mention before we go, because I don't see any questions coming in, with a short I, zinnia. Okay. Yeah, see, everybody says it different. So there you go. We're all right. We are all correct. So what I wanted to say was, I've been really bad about not talking to you guys about purchasing the starter kit because I've been paranoid about it. Because you have to be so careful about what you say. And the other day I had somebody message me and say, I've been thinking about purchasing the starter kit, but I noticed you haven't talked about it lately and I wasn't sure if something changed. So I just want to say nothing's changed. There is a free gift right now when you purchase the starter kit of this cute like planner thing. I have it, and there's a cute stamp set that goes with it. If you guys want to see it, tell me and I'll bring it on here. You've probably seen it from every other demonstrator under the sun. So anyway, nothing has changed. Nothing is bad or wrong. It's just you have to be careful about how you talk about it because of the SCC, which I did a whole rant video on last weekend. So if you want to see that, you can go back and watch it. But anyway, bottom line is it's $99 plus tax. The shipping is free. You get to pick $125 to put in your kit. There is no like risk. When you purchase the kit, you become a demonstrator, but you can do it as a hobby. You don't have to do it as a business. So I have probably about 90% of my team members are what we call a hobby demonstrator, which means they just enjoy getting the discount. They make their own purchases, they get the 20% discount from Stampin' Up, and that's it. So if that's something that might interest you, let me know. What made me think about talking about this is I laid this bone folder down and it says, I am a Lovely Stamper. This is engraved. These are embossing or bone folders that I give to my team members. So there's different reasons why I give them out. But anyways, most of my team members have one of these and they're just a specialty item that I have done for my team members. And everybody really loves them. It's like a big deal to get one, you know? So anyway, it's just a Stampin' Up bone folder, which I've almost rubbed that off. But this part never comes off because it's engraved into the bone folder. And I have those made for my team. So that's that. That's what's happening there. Any other questions, comments, things you guys want me to address? I love what Carolyn said. She said, it is never incorrect how you pronounce something. It just depends on where you're from. And you're totally right. So excited about the paper. I know, isn't the paper gorgeous? Both of these papers are fabulous. I definitely am more in love with these papers from that Celebrate Everything pack. Let me grab it. I'm just going to show it to you really quick in case you haven't seen it. First of all, it's 48 sheets. So it's a big old thick, huge paper pack. But look at all the fabulous paper. And this is very much my style. I love like whimsical, bright, graphic design. That's very much in my wheelhouse. So it's very, very easy for me to design projects with this type of paper because it just makes me happy. So this is not celebration paper. This is holiday catalog Stampin' Rewards paper. So that is how you get this paper. But what's fun about it is it kind of covers all the holidays. So you've got like, this could be 4th of July. It could be New Year's, just depends on what you want to do. You've got pink snowflakes. You've got like, this could be water. It could be sky. It could, you know, it can go for so many things. Eastery feel. You get 4 sheets of each, and I think there's 12 designs. So Yeah. And then we've got, the other side of this is just green. We've got Halloween paper with the gorgeous like plaid on the back. An awesome blue, could be used for anything all year long. Again, beautiful wood design, used for anything all year long. But this paper is just more whimsical feeling, very graphic design, clean lines. I just love that kind of stuff. That's my jam. So it's easy for me to create with stuff like this. Really cute fall paper. This actually reminded me a lot of a paper I can remember way back in the day when I used to scrapbook. This reminded me a lot of a paper from my scrapbooking days. I feel like I had paper that looked like this, and it's fun. So then here's some more really fun fireworks. Again, 4th of July or New Year's. And then we've got little triangles. We've got stripes that could be used for birthday. It's celebrate everything, right? So the whole point of this paper is kind of to just cover all your bases. I love it. So you can't buy it. You have to place an order of 150 or more and use Stampin' Rewards to get it. So if you're confused about what that means, hit me up. I'll help you out. But yeah, so anyway, that's that paper. All right. Let's see. Did I have anyone else come in and ask any questions or? Hello, everyone. Where is the new SAB items paper? I don't think there is new paper, is there? There is silver foil specialty pack, and there is brushed metallic cardstock. If you're talking about these are the new SAB items that were added that are available August 2nd through August 31st. So those are the two papers. Unless you're talking about like the celebration paper. And then I have, hold on. I was trying to find my celebration catalog. I couldn't find it. So these are the papers in here. These are all free with a $50 or $100 order. So there's this paper that's free with a $50 order. Haven't used that paper yet. This is no longer available. Oh, where is this printout? It is on the Stampin' Up website. I'll make sure to attach it on my blog post today. There's free silver and gold paper, which is in a 6x6 pack. These are sold out, I think, or they might be back. And then Wonderful World stamp set and Wonderful World DSP. This is a set, and it's a $100 purchase, and then you get that free. Uh-oh. Live chat. Where'd the chat go? There it is. Okay. All right. I think that's everything for today, guys. Again, if you need to shop with me and get any products, I do want to mention something that you may not realize. I die cut all this out. Die cuts. These are the Yeti dies. These are going to be available in September. However, if you are a demonstrator, even a hobby demonstrator, you can purchase these now. So again, and you can put them in your starter kit too. So these dies are not in the catalog. This is an offering that's going to be happening in September. And I got them early because I'm a demonstrator, but it cuts out all of this stuff. So that's how I was able to die cut the Yeti and the coffee cup. And then these are layering circle dies. And it's just full of really cute die cuts. So there's that. All right. Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Links for everything under the sun, joining my lovely stamper group, purchasing any product, All of that is below the video. Signing up for my emails below the video in the description box. There will be a link later today with a project sheet on these and more information on those and all the products I use to make them. All right. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.